Severe weather outlook has not changed much since yesterday. We still have a moderate risk along the I-20 corridor going from Shreveport into Jackson and into right here and into West Alabama. And what this moderate risk means, this 4 out of 5 on the scale, tornadoes are going to be very likely tomorrow with this setup. West of I-65, we could be looking at some tornadoes, potentially long track tornadoes. Large hail is going to be possible as well, and widespread 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts when these storms pass through. And into East Alabama, the threat's not going to be quite as high, but it's still an enhanced risk. Tornadoes are going to be likely, some hail possible as well, and 60 to 70-mile-per-hour winds with these storms. And one thing that's particularly concerning, this is our in-house computer model, which measures overall tornado potentials. It mixes a lot of variables that are necessary for tornadoes, and it's going to be very likely that we see tornadoes tomorrow afternoon near places like Tuscaloosa, Pickensville, Aliceville, Fayette, and then that main potential area pushes northeast later in the afternoon. By 4 p.m. it moves towards places like Asheville, Anniston, and Gadsden, and there's still going to be some potential for the rest of the evening. It kind of tapers off a little bit, but it's not going to be until after midnight that that threat fully subsides and pushes over into Georgia. So for the rest of the day today, lots of sunshine all day long. We stay relatively cool. We'll get up into the low 70s tomorrow this afternoon, and then the showers begin to pick up early tomorrow morning. But we're not going to have to worry about anything too severe, I don't think, early tomorrow morning. It's not really until after lunchtime that these storms really start to fire up. Notice how bright these shades of purple and even black are showing up over near places like Jasper and Fayette tomorrow afternoon. And it's just going to be waves of storms for much of the evening. By 6 p.m., still looking at a ton of heavy downpours, all of which could pack some rotation within them that could produce some tornadoes. Here's when we get to around 11 o'clock tomorrow night, still looking at some potentially rotating storms over in East Alabama. But then after midnight, the cold front passes through and the severe threat subsides, so that's when we finally start to wind down. Now, just make sure you download our weather app if you haven't done so already, because that will send you watches and warnings as soon as they're issued. Check your NOAA weather radio in the event that the power goes out. That's your secondary warning medium. And then talk to your friends and family and make sure that they know that they have to have their severe weather plan in place for tomorrow. Many of you already have one in place, but just go over it with your friends and family and know where your safe spot is. If you don't have a basement in your house, go to the interior room away from doors and windows in the event of a tornado for sure. And that will almost certainly save your life. You want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible and make sure you're not in a mobile home. So for the rest of the day today, just enjoy one more nice day. We're up into the 60s by 11 o'clock later this morning, and then low 70s for this afternoon. And here's the rest of the 7-day forecast, staying overall pretty quiet for much of the upcoming week with mainly sunshine and cooler than average temperatures.